This is something of a review of Decathlon waterproof shoes. This is my second pair of waterproof shoes from Decathlon. These are, I never know how you pronounce this brand, the Quechua 100 waterproof shoes. So I had a pair previous, they weren't this exact model. I think they were a slightly cheaper model. And in that pair I could stand in like a water-laden field, like a heavily boggy field. And maybe after about half an hour, I'd start getting water ingress coming between the sole and the shoe itself. So far with this pair, I've had like no water ingress issues at all. You can fully submerge the trainer, obviously up until the point that water can either overflow over the top or sneak around the top of the tongue. Completely submerge the shoe up to there and nothing comes in. I don't know what waterproof membrane they use. I'm guessing it's not Gore-Tex because it's not advertised as Gore-Tex, but whatever they use, it's a good waterproofing membrane. I find even on a hot summer's day, my feet don't really sweat in this. No, sweating or breathability issues, which is very good because even quite a lot of Gore-Tex products, you have that issue of sweating underneath them, perspiration underneath them where the moisture can't get out. I've never had that with these, even on really hot days. So for me, this is like a 365 day a year shoe in the UK. I wear these like 95% of the time, day to day, whether I'm walking through a town, jeans or shorts, out here in the woods. They're fine for everything bar like seriously like heavily laden with weight hiking, in which situation you maybe want something with a higher ankle. But if it's just a small backpack and stuff like that, just a low trainer model of this shoe is perfectly acceptable. And it's the UK, right? Or if you're watching this from Europe or even Canada, America, it rains a lot unless you're in a particularly warm place of maybe Europe or the States. It's just good having that insurance. Like basically for me, if I have cold feet or cold hands, it kind of ruins my day. So good gloves, good shoes can prevent that and just make the day much nicer. I think once I've got wet feet, I don't really enjoy being outside. Obviously a downside of waterproof shoe, they do probably take a little bit longer to dry than say a normal trainer, but that's just part and parcel of waterproof shoes in general. Anything that's waterproof generally takes a little bit longer to dry out. But they've become invaluable for me. I think I'll always just continue. While Decathlon makes this shoe, I'm going to stick with these ones because they seem to last well. They're pretty cheap. I think this is about £35 in the UK. So you can't really go wrong. They last quite well. My previous pair lasted 1.5 to 2 years before they eventually fell apart. So I'm hoping I'll get the same out of these. But yeah, it's a great shoe, keeping the feet dry. And that's all I've really got to say on them. It's a good shoe. Basically does everything that I need of a shoe. I'm pretty much like a fashion minimalist. I'm not really into stuff that looks great but has low functionality. That's why I like Decathlon, because most things there are pretty like, from a hiking or at least a sports point of view, they have good functionality rather than just, I'd much rather have a shoe that maybe doesn't look the best in the world, but you can go on a hike, it was going to keep your feet dry, summer or winter. Makes sense to me. I've got another pair of shoes that maybe I'll wear like if I'm going to a pub or a nice restaurant with like jeans or trousers on. But besides that, these get worn pretty much exclusively. So I highly recommend the waterproof shoe. If you live in a temperate climate, why would you ever want wet feet? So I'm totally a convert to these. These and my sealskin gloves pretty much see me through winter time for any and all occasions, any and all weather situations. So I really thumbs up on the Decathlon shoes. Very happy with them so far. Let me know, have you experimented with waterproof shoes? Any problems, any downsides? Perspiration, cold feet, wet feet, hot feet? And I'll put my shoes back on and I'll see you in the next video.